The words that I speak to you are spirit and life.
Join me as I dive deep into John 6:63 and see if I can uncover what it truly means for women today. John 6:63 is a powerful verse that says, "The Spirit gives life, the flesh counts for nothing. The words I have spoken to you, they are full of the Spirit and life." This verse is significant for women because it speaks directly to the heart of our spiritual journey. We're often searching for meaning, for purpose, and for a connection with something greater than ourselves. And that's exactly what this verse offers. For many women, the spiritual journey can be filled with misconceptions and challenges. We might feel like we're not good enough, or that we're not living up to certain expectations. We might struggle to understand our place in the world, or feel like we're just going through the motions of faith. But what if I told you that John 6:63 has the power to change all of that? One common misconception is that our worth comes from what we do, rather than who we are. We might feel like we need to earn our salvation, or that we need to be a certain kind of person in order to be loved. But the truth is, our worth comes from being loved by God, and that's not something we can earn. It's something we simply receive. Another challenge women face is feeling disconnected from their faith. We might feel like we're just reading the Bible out of obligation, rather than out of a desire to connect with God. But what if we could experience our faith in a way that's life-giving, and not just a set of rules to follow? The phrase "the Spirit gives life" is at the heart of John 6:63. It's an invitation to experience life in a whole new way. When we allow the Spirit to guide us, we begin to see the world in a different light. We start to understand that we're not alone, that we're not just flesh and blood, but that we're connected to something much deeper, God's Spirit. For women, this can be incredibly empowering. We can start to see ourselves as more than just our physical bodies, but as spiritual beings with a deep connection to God. We can begin to experience life as an adventure, rather than just a series of obligations. So, what does it mean to truly understand John 6:63? It means that we get to experience life to the fullest, without being held back by our own limitations. It means that we get to connect with God on a deep level, and experience His love and guidance in our lives. This understanding can bring a transformative insight into our lives. It can help us to see that we're not just women, but daughters of God, loved and cherished. It can give us the courage to live life on our own terms, and to follow our hearts. In a world that often tries to define us by our external circumstances, John 6:63 reminds us that our true identity comes from within. We're not just our jobs, our relationships, or our physical bodies. We're spiritual beings, connected to something much greater than ourselves. In summary, understanding John 6:63 can have a profound impact on women's spirituality. It can help us to see ourselves in a new light, and to experience life in a way that's authentic and meaningful. If you've been impacted by this video, or if you have your own thoughts on John 6:63, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Don't forget to check out my other videos for more discussions on spiritual topics.